Happy Friday, you all. It's Hugh and Lisa, and it's time for real estate rants and jaunts, especially when we get to do our road trips and jump on planes. It's always exciting. Hugh, how are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing, Lisa? How was your week?
My week has been going phenomenal, actually. Absolutely phenomenal.
Good.
What about you?
I can't complain. I had a lot of great things happen this week, and I've had some so-so things, but the great ones outweighed, so I will take it.
Very good. Very good. We've got a good topic today. And for those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, Hugh and Lisa Porto, super agent, my realtor partner, Hugh Williams. We are California licensed real estate professionals, and we are with Team Equity LA, a boutique firm in Inglewood, California. Inglewood, where all things good happen. It's over the course of time, it's had, a different saying, but there's some exciting things happening that people are now paying attention. So we get to be part of a phenomenal growth, and that's what's really exciting. So that's who we are, and we come on every Friday, and at least we'd like to come on every Friday. Sometimes, we do work. So we like to come on every Friday at Bass, and we kind of share real estate market trends, updates, news, the latest, greatest, and all things real estate. So that's what's so exciting about what we do, and we get to leverage that with our social media platform. So you are viewing us from the Hugh and Lisa Facebook page. So be sure to like and share and let someone know that you're connected with two real estate professionals that are doing amazing things. I had to do the toot my own horn.
Well, the great thing is that one of the things that we really must let our audience know is that we try really hard to stay abreast of the new and upcoming things. And we went to two different programs this week that really helped us up our game, as they would say, and gave us some looks and peeks into trends that will be up and coming soon that we will be more than happy to share with you. So that'll be coming on a few shows later down the line, so you have something to look forward to. But it is really important in any business that you're in to stay abreast of upcoming trends and what's really floating the boat as you go along.
Right. We've had an exciting week, actually. Trainings and seminars, just doing our CE stuff, right? Yeah. Constantly educating, continuing education as we grow our business. So that's very awesome. And today's topic, we are calling it the perfect match. And we want to thank the California Association of Realtors. So this information is brought to you by the California Association of Realtors. with their infographics that they allow us to share with you in terms of statistics, demographic trends, and changes that are happening in the market. So this information in particular was actually captured by the Home Builders Association. So that's nice. This is sourced by the National Association of Home Builders. And it says the perfect match is out there. With housing inventory at record lows, finding the perfect house can take some time. So as you know, Hugh and I are going to do our spin on that, especially because being in the field and seeing what's happening, we try to definitely, I don't like to even use the word try. What we do is present information so that we could arm, empower, inform our clients so that they can be equipped with the knowledge and information to make an appropriate decision, an informed, intelligent decision. So Hugh, share with us your take on this, and you can go ahead and read off. Do you have it on your screen?
Yeah, I do have it.
Wonderful.
But I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the things that I wanted to bring up about this subject is what I heard this week is that home sellers are now leaving cameras in the home, so that as people are showing the homes, as potential buyers come in and look at things, as they make their comments, the seller is actually listening to what they're saying, will then make the necessary adjustments and invite them back if they like that given client. So there's, even though it is a seller's market, the competition is hot for those dollars. So think about that when you're out there as well. But it's really important that as home buyers getting into the market, you understand that there is a price point that will match for everyone. That's a really good point for you and the seller to meet at. So everything you may want on your list may not be doable, but if you're willing to be flexible and see that down the line you can make some of the adjustments that you'd like to make, things can really go quickly. And when I say some of the adjustment, things like paint or appliances, all of those are relatively easy fixes. If you don't like the appliances, you can try to negotiate with the seller. If they don't, you can always buy your own. So those are options. There are certain things structurally, things can't be changed, but little things like that can always be adjusted.
I agree. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's talk about the perfect match. And I put a question mark behind that. The perfect match, question mark.
There's
Especially
very rarely
because,
ever the perfect match.
right, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. There is rarely ever a perfect match, especially when we're even talking about especially when we're speaking of resale properties and even new construction properties. So there's some allowances, some compromise, and we covered this on one of the last shows. But let's read off the numbers. So what's happening? This says there's 2/3 of home buyers searched for more than 3 months before going under contract on a home. And then my question is, of that 2/3, how many actually stayed in escrow and closed on their home?
And once again, just for those who may not be familiar, under contract means that they have actually done all the steps to purchase a home, to actually say, I'm going to sign the contract.
Right. So under contract, you have moved forward. And this question is, what's taking so long? Hugh, would you read off the statistics? Go cover the first three.
42% couldn't find a home at an affordable price. 36 couldn't find a home with the desired features. 34 couldn't find a home in the desirable neighborhood. 27 outbid by other offers, and 22% are the other things that are untangible, based on the scale that they have.
Got it. So, and we've exhibited all, right, in terms of our business.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We've exhibited all in terms of working with clients that do find that they're not locating a property that is affordable. But here's what happens, and this is kind of the sad part for me, Hugh, is there's an idea of what perfect looks like, and you're waiting, and guess what?
You miss it.
You miss out, not on the property. You then get left out in the market, which means, and this is again, pay attention to when you're pre-approved at a certain amount. And I'm not talking about your direct mail pre-approval solicitation.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I had to do that because we've run into a few people who've gotten a pre-approval through the mail, and they are locked, stock, and barrel locked into that price, and they've never spoken to anyone. They are just whole hog believing that they're going to eventually one day contact this company and they're going to give them that amount. Very rarely happens.
Great. Direct mail, gosh, you gotta love direct mail, pre-approval marketing. That's awesome.
Well, once again, in this seller's market, sticker shock tends to really wake people up. When you hear I'm qualified for 600,000 in our market, in our area, and you see what some of the places are asking, it's hard for you to really believe that my 600,000 can only buy this. There are places in our immediate farm area where rent for a 3-bedroom apartment is $4,300 a month. So think about things like that. The old days, or if you've never went out to try to buy a property, I think new buyers should really acclimate themselves to what the market is asking for a given product at this point, because sticker shock will be a rude awakening.
Right. And guess what? As we're talking about that, you can send us an email, you can text, you can call. There's a no pressure. There's, what's the saying? Like, there's no commitment type of thing, because we definitely are advocates for information, and we want to make sure you have the information, albeit on the sell side or on the buy side, because you don't know what you don't know. Gosh, I'm constantly being reminded of that. You don't know what you don't know. And this is why I am super agent for information, okay, and consumer awareness and real estate advocacy, because it's something like that. And yes, I was being funny right now. Let me just say this, because there was a scenario that we have been presented with someone thinking that they've gotten a direct mail pre-approval and felt like they had negotiating power with that, but have never submitted any documentation, have never spoken to anyone. And again, we have to be in a place in terms of advocating education, in terms of what's the steps, right? Yes, somebody's got to be all up in your business. They need to see your bank account, your tax return, run your credits, ask you how long you've been on your job, self-employed, running your business, all in it. Why? Because you're asking for money.
There it is. And you're not asking for a little bit of money. You're asking for enough money to last you theoretically for 30 years. So, I mean, when you look at it sort of that way, then you understand that this is a huge step and I really need to be ready for it. and it's easy to do. So just do the steps correctly, and you'll find the process relatively easy.
Right. So let's go through this really quick, Hugh. Let's talk about, so we talked about the 42% that couldn't find a home at an affordable price. What happened? So that was our synopsis, that we have run into it. People kind of get pegged on trying to find the deal, trying to find the deal, trying to find the deal. Guess what? The market leaves you, because we're in an up market right now. Prices go up. You just got left out of the market. So 36% couldn't find a home with the desired features. Desired features. Now here, we talked about this on the other show.
We talked about desired features today as well.
Yeah, so share real quick about desired features. I mean, seriously, you guys, what you're looking is to make sure you get in. Get in.
That's it. Once you get in, then you have the ability to move forward, to move on. But if you're constantly not stepping into the product, then it's going to be very difficult for you to find. Or if you're waiting for that ideal situation where you get the 3 bedrooms with all the new furnishing, move-in ready at a certain price range, with all the appliances, with the hardwood floors, with the big walk-in closet for you and your designer kids, that's not going to happen that easily. I mean, think about it. Even if you look at those designer shows that they have on TV where they do everything in 30 minutes, they still have 3 homes, and 85% of the time you do not hear them say, I love everything about this home. So even in a fake world, they can't make everything possible. So imagine in the real world, you have to make the adjustment, and especially on features.
Right. And exactly, you guys, let's just get real about features. Seriously, 34% couldn't find a home in the desired neighborhood. And this is a deal breaker for a lot of people, because they are pegged on certain locations, and they say, I'd rather wait it out. I'd rather wait it out, save more. And that's one plan. The other plan is, why not look at an area in an emerging market, use that as a step up, tap into some equity at the same time. That would afford you more of a down payment that could put you into a area that is more desirable. The nice thing is about a lot of these loans only ask you for a commitment of 1 year. Doesn't mean you have to keep the loan for 30 years. Definitely if the market is on the up and there's equity. So learn how to play the game and play it well.
That's really important, because that's a vital step in building wealth. The emerging market, you move in an area that's close or relatively close mimic of what you want to have. You stay there for a small amount of time. You build equity in that home. Then you use the equity from that home to move to where you want to go. You're still in the area that you wanted to get to within a relatively small amount of time, but now you have used the compound quarterly mindset to grow your wealth and make that transition a lot easier. So it's really important to look at things like that. Make crucial steps towards your goal, as opposed to holding everything off until that ideal situation.
Right. And I'm just going to chime in here real quick as we're talking about properties, affordability. If you or someone you know, I should rephrase that. When you or someone you know has a real estate need, feel free to send us a text, call. I am presenting the information, but I remember that also people listen. And so you can send an email at sales@HughLisaRealty.com, especially if you'd like to access upcoming properties that need to sell. Drop us an email, sales, SALES, @HughAndLisaRealty.com. That's HUGH and AND, Lisa, LISA, Realty with a Y.com. And
just to address that email, let's just be very clear. We're not going to spam you. We're going to answer your question. When you respond, we will respond to you. That's what we do. We do not send you message after message about your aunt, your cousin, your nephew, your uncle. we address the issues that you address with us. So it's not, and we do not share information. We do not sell our emails. So you can rest assured that we're only going to address the questions you ask us.
There you go. Spam free, no selling. And it's for us to just be in contact with you to respond to your questions and anything you may have that comes across your mind that is real estate related. And for all the other stuff, yeah, I can refer you to maybe a counselor or no.
I can't with you sometimes.
No, I love you all. I do. I love you all. I sometimes wear that hat. Why? Because I have a psychology degree and I do have I do have that energy and that spirit that it draws. So, and it's all good because everyone that works with us becomes an extension of us and they become our extended real estate family. So it's all good. And the number, again, if you just want to just have a phone conversation and you don't want to correspond, it's too much to text or too much to email, and you want to do it the old new fashioned way. You like that, huh, Hugh? You heard me? Yeah. The old new fashioned way. Because let me say this. We had our coaching class today and I said, I'm bringing pagers back. Beep, beep.
Oh. Hey guys, I have to put up with this a lot. A pager?
A pager. Beep, beep. I'll call you back. Someone just paged me. They just paged me. I'm bringing pagers back.
All right. Okay.
Hugh, what's your number?
No, because you might page me. Yeah. Next thing.
323-348-1222. You can reach Hugh at 323-348-1222. My direct line is 323-488-3265. I'll have my pager number out soon. I was so proud when I had one. Like it was clear, it was crystal. So yeah, beep, beep. 27% get outbid when making offers. We actually have a strategy and trick to that I'm actually not going to share online. I'm just going to keep it real.
Yeah. and the great thing about this strategy, it was taught to us by one of our team members, and I would say there's only one time in all the times we tried it where it didn't work, and it didn't work because the person that bought the house was a family member. So we weren't going to win anyway. But other than that, it is just really, it's just simple and easy. It's the things that you learn by continuing the educational process of what you do. Even though you may know a lot, whatever it is, from smuggling cheese to selling stock, everyone needs to continually educate themselves on ways to make themselves better.
Oh, that's really nice. Then you brought it up a point. There are a couple tricks and techniques. And let me rephrase that. Let me just empower and arm us. There are strategies that assist with beating out multiple offers. And so he was talking about one. Actually, I wasn't talking about the one you were talking about. So that's even nice. Because I was like team member. Team member. No, not the one I'm talking about. No, this has nothing to do with someone else. This has something to do with your money. So that,
good.
Yeah, because that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to.
Good.
So there's a strategy with that, and again, it depends on who you work with.
Oh, good.
So always, it makes a difference. It makes a difference to be a reputable person in this business, to have rapport in this business, to have relationships in this business. Because
relationships in this business is everything, because even though the buyer and the seller are sort of the main part, agents make the deal.
And 22% just have other factors going on, right? Possibly they went and spent their down payment money. They went and bought a new car. They couldn't hold off on that fancy purse, red bottoms. Look at y'all. They had to turn up. you know, whatever you feel is much more important, than, I'm not going to say that. I'm being facetious about it, but
Well,
we've seen some very interesting scenarios
well,
that
let's
really
address it.
put people out the game.
We did have a buyer who wasn't our buyer, who was very interested in buying, and they had been in the process of buying for a long time. They weren't our client, but they wanted to buy one of our properties, but they had been looking for almost 9 months for some reason. I don't understand why. Well, just before they found the property that we had, they loved the property that we had, but they decided to go out and buy a new car while the process was, while they were in escrow or just before they went to escrow. Messed up the whole deal. Just blew everything out of the water. So at some point, you can see where it becomes frustrating because you've been looking, and it don't seem like things are going to go through, but you just have to make the determination what's more important. The outside, the inside, or the main dream. And sometimes the main dream will win out, sometimes it doesn't.
And exactly. So as we close out, the post says, but do not fret, the perfect house, question mark, for you is out there. Make sure you work with a realtor professional and they'll find the right home in the right neighborhood for the right price. Again, that goes down to strategies and plan. Make sure you have a plan. What is the plan? The get your foot in the door. What is the exit strategy? What we do with our clients is during our consultation, we get to explore first, is this a right fit? And I will say that very clear with you and to you all. We actually don't take on everyone as a client. Not everyone is for you, and we get that. And it's perfectly fine. And we're happy to refer you to our competitor.
But we will send you to the competitor, but we're not. Go there.
So just wanted to share that with you. But for the most part, we definitely are about advocacy, awareness, and supporting you on your real estate endeavor, making sure you're connected with the right team to support that, in which is a long-term goal, right? Because ultimately we would like to see a generational plan happen. We talked about it this morning in class about being family realtor. So I am fortunate that I have clients, and Hugh has clients that we have sold to parents, and now children are calling us, and the children are being represented by us. And it's an awesome, awesome, awesome feeling. It's an awesome place to be. And it's just, it speaks for itself, right? And I think that's just kind of the added value when we talk about looking for the perfect home or what the perfect match is, because the perfect match is not just in your property. The perfect match is, are you with the right professional? Right? And I got to give a shameless plug and shout out to our favorite nonprofit charity, Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation. Please learn more about what Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation is doing, and I'll share a snippet. Entrepreneurship, empowerment, real estate literacy, awareness, internship, and scholarship opportunities for ages 16 to 25. And we make allowances for up to 27 years old because we know it's hard. But again, just learn more about our nonprofit, realestate100youth.org. And that's about it. Any last remarks, Hugh?
What's up for this weekend? What do you have going on?
So apparently, I've got to put out signs for a showing that we have on Saturday.
We have a wonderful investor showing tomorrow. One of our properties we're kind of happy about. We really love the owners. We built a wonderful rapport and relationship with them. And now they have decided to sell one of their income properties with us. So we're kind of happy about that. But more importantly, Lisa, what are you doing next week? Wait, in case anybody wants to stop by, the address is 1116 East 88th Street. Stop by, bring your investor friends, come by, spend money. Mom, dad, put money together, buy the house for your bad designer kid so that they'll be happy and have income property. You know, hey, it's all the way. Lisa, what are you doing next week? What's happening? You really have a good show coming on Wednesday, right?
I have a great show on Wednesday. So Lisa has a couple things going on, and thanks for bringing it up. You know, I actually thought you were talking about me speaking at Claremont Colleges for the real estate panel during their second annual Black Intersections Conference. I forgot that was up and coming. So Friday, shout out to the Black Student Union, Black Student Alumni of Claremont Colleges. I am one of the guest panelists covering the real estate panel during the second annual Black Intersections Conference. Really exciting just to see a collaboration of the students, the teachers, the staff, and everyone within that community. And if you're not familiar, there are about 7 colleges, including 2 private colleges, come together, and they're putting this on for those in that community. Community is very important. The community is very important. And so that's happening on Friday. But you mentioned on Wednesday, my Wednesday show, Ready, Set, Real Estate. I'm so excited, you guys. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the podcast, do so. I'm available on podcasts everywhere. But I guess the most important ones are Apple Podcasts and Google Play. That's your iPhone and that's your Android. And Ready, Set, Real Estate, or you can type in my name, Lisa Puerto, or you can even find it under LA Super Agent. And our guest is Hood Estates. I am so excited to have Hood Estates be on the show because everyone talks about leaving the hood, but we are the common denominator wherever we go. We are the common denominator. So if you pick up and leave somewhere else, you still are responsible for that neighborhood. So I love what they're doing. And basically they are teaching and showing by example how to make war zone profits. So tune in next Wednesday, March 21st at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. And that's just going to be so exciting. I'm so excited. Shout out to Pocky and team at Hood Estates. And there's also the Generational Wealth Building Conference that is happening in Atlanta, Georgia, that I'm also presenting our signature real estate youth workshop. And let me say this, no one in the country is teaching children real estate the way we do. We do have a signature real estate workshop, real estate books, workbooks, series that we are going to be breaking into the schools. So that's really exciting. So again, real estate literacy, real estate awareness, real estate advocacy. Again, give us a call, send an email.
One last thing.
Donate.
We want to say congrats to our broker, Butch Grimes. Homeboy knocked off a couple of good deals this week.
Oh, very good. Very good.
To lunch, take us out to dinner somewhere. Come on, my brother.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Butch Grimes. Victor Jackson has a wonderful commercial listing. The address is 7701 Broadway. 3 commercial properties as well as 2 units together, multiple units. So you guys who are looking for investment property, we have some wonderful opportunities here in-house. Give us a call, send us an email, just contact us.
There you go. All right, that's about it. I mean, there's a lot of exciting things happening. There's too many for me to list, but if you want to stay in contact with the conferences, workshops, merchandise, we do have real estate gear for Ready, Set, Real Estate. Rep your gear, and it actually supports our nonprofit Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation. And you can visit the website at readysetrealestate.tv to stay in touch with any conferences that may be in your city and or state as we continue the Real Estate 100 tour, because again, we are on a mission. And this is a real estate mission. Hugh?
Have a wonderful week, guys. A really fantastic weekend. We will see you same back channel, same place. Wait, no, correction. Same super agent channel next week.